21, it's a knife. Bust a left, I got drunk and took a right. I'm so high, you fuck with me, I'll take your life. And then take your life, bring you back to fuck her twice. Hey, I'm in the cut, oh yeah, she wanna fuck, oh yeah, that little bitch cutthroat, yeah, she give me deep throat, yeah, stitch like low, combination no cheat code, yeah, I got the G code, done gon' sing on glee mode, yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today's video is another little commentary video about a content creator named Sapphire. He's dropped music in the past, but I would say he's more of like a content creator than like a musician, but you could call him whatever you want to call him. But pretty much we're going to be talking about him because his story is very interesting, I would say. And it's kind of one of those stories where it's kind of like, if you're a young child on the internet or a young teenager, it's one of those stories that is kind of good to kind of keep in the back of your mind of not to end up like. Not saying Sapphire is this terrible person. He's actually kind of cleaning up his shit and becoming, I wouldn't say again like he was this terrible person, but becoming a better person than he was before. So again, I wouldn't say go send hate or, oh, this guy is a terrible person, but pretty much Sapphire was a content creator, or still is, but pretty much he ended up joining these online forums at the age of 14 because pretty much growing up, his father, I guess, passed away at a young age, and then his mom was a online porn star or some shit, but then also a drug addict and homeless, just kind of not really in his life and kind of all over the place. And pretty much having those and not really having anything to, not really having anyone to look up to or kind of guide him, not having any guidance, he ended up taking it onto the internet. Like a lot of people who feel misguided or don't have guidance usually do. I've seen it firsthand with like family members or it's fucking friends or whatever that I've had in the past. But pretty much usually, again, if like people don't have guidance, like I said, usually try finding the internet for certain shit. And it's good to look at the internet for certain things or get certain ideas from the internet, but to base off your whole idea or all your ideas or how you live your life off what people say on the internet usually isn't the best, because again, the internet's full of trolls and people aren't always trying to look for what's the best for you and just kind of want to turn you into some dumbass lolcow. And that's pretty much what happened with Sapphire, is he ended up joining these online forums, taking like enjoyment from them. Like he obviously found them somewhat entertaining. He found some kind of community within them. And I'm going off like videos and shit that I've seen, but again, he wasn't like a unpopular kid at the time. But then once he started dwelling into these forums and shit, that's when he started kind of disconnecting and kind of just kind of being like, he's like, yeah, pretty much like I'm saying, like being that kind of that like weird kid that I wouldn't say, again, I don't live the dude's alive personally, but people probably stayed away from him because like what's going on with this guy, because the thing is he would abuse steroids too and other drugs. And that's where people got like misconstrued and thought he was getting all this plastic surgery and doing all this crazy shit, which is some of these photos, I don't blame people. It almost looks like he's doing that, but it's just from all the drugs and all the shit, like the anorexia and the steroids he was doing was like, you know, contributing to his look. And it's just a crazy fucking story because I guess even his mom fed into this. Like, this wasn't just an online thing. Like, oh, like, the forums online and the shit he was dwelling himself into wasn't helping him. But I guess even his mom would, he has, like, video up responding to a video that someone made about him with partially true statements, but a lot of false accusations, and that's why he made the video. And pretty much in the video, he states that his mom, like, would take him to, like, plastic surgery facilities, or, like, say all this shit, like, oh, your nose won't be this forever, or it won't be small, or, like, you're not perfect in this, or your ears aren't shaped perfectly, like, just weird little shit like that. So it wasn't just him and his crazy little online obsession or anything. It was even, like, other people around him and shit. And just, like he says within that video, the combination of having bad people around you, and then, you know, he was a drug addict, and usually a lot of drug addicts are very easily manipulated if that's into doing something, or doing something for drugs, or whatever the situation may be. So he's easily manipulative around a lot of bad people, and then he's just kind of those, it's like in life, I feel like sometimes people are just wrapped around good opportunities, so no matter what, it's so hard for them to pull a bad opportunity, because there's so many good opportunities around them. So no matter what they're gonna pull, it's probably gonna be good. As for him, it was like he was dealt a shit hand of cards, and whatever card he pulled was shit, but then the people around him were shitty. So it's like he has a shitty hand of cards, and the people around him are cheating his ass out, fucking him over, or whatever, you know. And like, again, like I said, it's one of those situations where it's sad, because, again, you have the internet being the internet, try and troll this guy and be like, oh, look at him, he looks so funny, oh, blah, 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 crazy guy, try and turn him trying to turn him into a lolcow. And I'm not saying, oh, turning people into lolcows is this crazy bad thing. Like, again, people probably shouldn't do it. Some people do maybe deserve it for the weird, crazy shit they do, but in a lot of these situations, it's really damaging on the person's mental health, and then also it's highly, it kind of feeds the bad shit they're doing, because it's almost like you're just giving attention and encouraging the bad behavior, then really being like, what the fuck are you doing? You're weird, and then not watch it and just slowly let it die out, and then have them come to their own realization. But pretty much, luckily he ended out, well, no, this isn't a lucky thing, but sadly he ended up ODing, but luckily he ended up surviving the overdose. And within this overdose, that's what I was gonna say, luckily or gladly, he ended out realizing where he's like fucking up, and where he has to draw the line with certain people in his life that are negative or bad for him. And he's getting the help he needs now, and he honestly looks way better than, you know, being on a whole bunch of steroids and doing a whole bunch of crazy shit. He actually looks like a human being, like a normal human being you just see on the street, and you'd be like, oh, this guy looks cool, I want to like talk to him, you know. And I'm glad to at least see that, even though like there's probably, you know, still the mental struggles of the past. I don't know if his mom's still in his life or not, but dealing with that as well, and just all the mental shit that he's dealing with, it can be a lot, and it can be pretty crazy. But I'm at least glad, even though I don't watch him as a content creator, or I really didn't even know about him before I made this video, but I'm at least glad to see that he's at least making steps in the right direction. And it's not one of those videos where it's like, yep, this motherfucker's still crazy and doing this shit, and it's more like has kind of a good ending where it's like, yeah, he's getting better and isn't doing a whole bunch of drugs and steroids. But yeah, it's just a crazy thing, and I would definitely say, like, it's an interesting story to kind of look into, because I'm not going to go into every little detail and crevice about all of this, and kind of going on a more broader statement. But pretty much it's just crazy, because, again, he would go on all these forums and all this stuff, and people almost turned him into a lolcow, and then he's trying to take advice from these forums, and some of these forums are actually trying to help people, but most of them are just trolling forums to make people look like dumbasses, or just to fuck up people's shit or fuck up their lives. And I'm glad to at least see that he made the realization, okay, this shit's fucking crazy, I need to stop this shit and try, you know, make the steps he needs to make to just live a better life. And it's just, again, crazy shit, because, again, this can happen to anyone. This is happening to people right now as we're speaking. And, again, when it comes to this, shit, like this illness shit, some people just take it too serious. If that's their appearance, like how they look or dress, or if that's, like, when it comes to working out and shit. And some people take it too far and they kind of turn it into a joke, and it's like, haha, funny, but it's only haha funny until they have like a mental breakdown and almost lose their career, or they end up fucking dying. So, I'm glad that he made the realization and making the steps to kind of, like I said, improve his life. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys.